I'll go. What's up, Barry?
How are you, sir?
Great, you're back.
I am back. I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be here.
I can tell. I can tell. Come on, man. Give me a little energy today.
You know, it's Thursday afternoon. It's gonna storm, but I'm here for you. I got you right now. Welcome to the Commercial Edge for June. I'm your co-host, Barry Wyels. I'm the commercial division trainer here with division sales leader, Mr. Mike Palermo.
So if you're the co-host, is he the other host?
He is the other host. He's the mini host.
What is this?
Well, you know, there's people around here with some extra time on their hands, and I don't know, I'll just carry him around.
That's Minnie Kraus, by the way.
Minnie Kraus, yeah.
Minnie Kraus.
Probably should have him eating something at the table.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Pretty funny, yeah, I know. So what'd you been up to?
Well, actually, I just got back from a world tour. I've been on tour since January.
Yeah,
First week back from touring.
Where'd you go?
Last week I was at the beautiful PAC region, PAC Commercial. I absolutely love going west. We were in LA, had 4 branch visits, which were just unbelievable. Got to say thank you to Dave, Gloria, and Eric for their hospitality. And I got to tell you, Barry, their engagement with their account managers in their branches are so clean. They've got the most snacks I've ever seen in my life at PAC. I mean, they take very well care of their people. But my hats off to the branch managers right now for really stepping up their sales management game. I had to say hi to Robbie Rubin too, by the way. He wanted to make sure that I said hi to him. As a matter of fact, we haven't said hi to hardly anybody on
this. Let's take a look up there. I did see Andy Clark out there earlier from South Carolina. I saw him in his car having a meal of some kind.
Hopefully he was parked.
He was definitely parked for sure.
All right. I see Eric Jones, all happy all the time. What's up, Eric?
I see some sales managers of yours. I see Dylan and Jimmy.
They better be on the call.
They better be on the call. Darn right about that.
How about Griffin? Griffin Gilbert. What's up, dude? Always smiling, always happy. Hear the rain? I don't know. Hope you guys can't hear it. It's pouring like unbelievable here. What's up, Nadi? I got Eric. There's Eric. What's up, Eric? A little shout out to you and your branch. Phenomenal. I see
Nathan's out there. I see Nathan and Sergio.
That's right. Any of your CAM class folks that you see out there?
Let me see out there. See my recent CAM class.
I see Justin.
Edward Citron is there. I see him waving. Hi, Ed.
There you go.
How are you?
Got to say hi to my great friend Tracy Leach, who just took over the Raleigh branch. Congratulations, Tracy. And I see Melissa Bergen always. I always got to say hi to Mel. So we may not be able to hear each other with this ring.
Yeah, this was not planned very well.
No, not at all.
I think we can blame. Should we blame Matt or Kraus? Which would be better?
We always have to blame Kraus.
Yeah, Kraus. It's definitely the answer. So, speaking of Kraus, where has he been? I see him. I don't see him. He's with you. He's not with you. I'm very confused. What's going on?
Well, he stood in for you. As you recall, the last time I saw you, we were in San Antonio for CAM class, and then I left on Wednesday. You stayed, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And then I came here and did this, and Kraus was here.
How'd that go?
It was great.
Oh, good.
We had Wetzel. It was a great broadcast. We missed you. And now Kraus is doing his own thing. Like he's figured out that the Orkin pros need him more than you all do, which is fine. You're in good hands. So he has his standard that he does.
Yep, I'm aware of that one.
Right, and then today, hopefully most of you all saw the broadcast, one of them at 8 and 11, I think it was, for the new Insight 2.0.
Yeah, the launch.
The launch. And I think we have a one-pager that I wanted to share, and I think Matt is going to shoot it up on the screen.
Yeah.
So not only did they show that 2-minute video, but there's a one-pager as well, and it was brought to my attention. I mean, I asked Robbie how he thought these went. He liked it. He said, yeah, but I'd like to see more stuff for the veterans. Well, when I think of Orkin Insight, I think of our veterans who can speak well to it, and Orkin Insight 2.0 has some really cool things. And 2 of the basic things here that separate it from where we're at right now. One is what? The mobile app.
Mobile app's very cool.
Right, and then the other one is the interactive map where we get, you can get a heat map. We can build the map in the app. So thank you for that, Matt. You can pull it off the screen. So I just wanted to make sure, everybody saw the broadcast. It's going to be in Rollins 1 at some point. The video is something that you can download into your iPad so you can show it to our customers. But Mala made sure to call me before the broadcast to make sure I emphasized that this isn't up and running yet. So don't expect anything yet, but certainly something to look forward to. And it's just awesome, the technology that we have and how we're just stepping ahead of our competition all the time.
Yeah, all the time. We're always taking the next step, building on what we have already and making it better every single day.
That's true.
That's great.
That's
Another advantage our account managers are going to have against our competition.
So we asked about what Kraus was up to, because obviously everybody's worried about him. But I'm more worried about you. You travel just about as much as I do. I've been traveling every week since the middle of January. This is the first time I've been in Atlanta for a whole week. And I spent time with you at the CAM class, which was outstanding today. So what have you been up to?
Well, I've had, speaking of CAM classes, I've had 7 CAM classes since the beginning of March. Been in San Antonio, Orlando, Riverside, California, Atlanta. I'm going to be heading to Vegas and back to Atlanta, up to Chicago. So it's been great. And there's been great performances coming out of that. Matt, we're going to look at the standings here. I have a great contest we put together for our newbies coming out of sales school for the first 6 to 8 weeks after they graduate. They have a competition within their class and then against the other classes, people who've come before and after them. So here's our all-time sales record. This is for 8 weeks coming right out of class. Jason Rosario with $71,000 coming out of class.
Awesome.
That's
awesome.
up in our Midwest West region. Right. And then Jessica Angelo in Tampa Bay, and her teammate, Georgie Jones, also in Tampa. They're 2nd and 3rd. And then Omar down in New Orleans has had some great results also. And then those are our overall performances, but we actually have a weekly contest too. The best week overall, could you get $100 if you win your week.
You're a big spender.
I am a big spender. I love spending other people's money. So if we could see that next slide, we'll look at the weekly winners too. So Campbell Coker, how about that week coming out of sales school? $36,388.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome, right? And then Colin at $25,000, Omar $24,000. But even if you look the whole way down at 9 and 10, $17,000 just to break the top 10.
That's awesome.
And we're just getting started. So,
That's really cool.
And they also have a competition between each class, the average sales per CAM. For account managers.
How much is there money involved in that too?
No,
Thank you, Matt.
That's a pride thing for sure.
Right.
So I like going over numbers. I know you like going over numbers too.
Yeah, for sure. And so first and foremost, I just want to say congratulations to the CAM class, especially the one we just had today.
That was really good.
This was really good, and I really feel bad for them all because I don't know if you're following the news, but we've got this huge storm coming through, and as everyone knows, Atlanta is a big hub, and I'm hoping that they all get home safe. If not, branch managers, you may have an extra night of hotel that you're going to have to deal with. I apologize.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm going to go through. May actually was a really, really good month for us, Barry. And I know we have a few nice slides, but this one again is a little busy, so I forego that one.
Yeah,
so,
thank you for that.
So for May, our national sales, again, did just a great job. Our national accounts grew 6% year over year at 1.5 million. Our team sales are still just lagging a little behind last year. We sold 5.3 million in team sales. Last year, 5.5 million. So we're right at about 96% year over year in team sales for May. Local sales really jumped up in May, which is really cool to see. We had 15.4 million sold in local sales. Last year, 3.4. So that's right at a 15% growth, what we're used to pretty much every month, right? So it's great to see that kind of a leap right there in May. So total sales for just team sales and local were 22.3 million, which was 9% growth year over year. Last year we had 20 million.
Those numbers are crazy.
Well, they are.
They're really nuts.
And year to date, again, we've had just a great year, but when you've piled on year 1, year 2, year 3, we're trying to continue that growth, and we're doing a pretty darn good job. Teams get it right, Mike. The national sales has still been just a shining star for us. Our NAMs are up 43% year over year in sales. Right now, true national sales, 10.7 million versus 7.4 last year. So that really helps a lot. when you talk about team sales, like I said, we're right at about 96% year over year, 24 million in team sales, right at 24 million, and last year was like 24.6. So right at 96%. Our local sales are right at 13% growth now, year over year. For
That's
the
what
year,
I'm talking about.
For the year, $71.4 million sold. Last year, we did a great job, and it was 63.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, isn't that crazy? So check this out: 99.8 million sold in team sales and local sales so far, year over year.
Did I hear you right?
Yeah,
99.
99.8. I'd love to say 100.
So close.
I know, it's very close. Last year, only 91.2, so that's a 9.4% increase year over year. So that's a great thing.
Yeah.
And kind of piling on to your rookie situation, but first I'm going to do mosquito.
Okay,
All right.
mosquito
So,
madness.
Matt, mosquito madness. Go ahead, Matt, pop up the mosquito. We're coming to the end of our mosquito campaign, and we've got some great performances. Philip Davenport at 44,000. I'm saying million because I'm just saying these millions, right?
That's what we're used to now.
44,600. That would be phenomenal. Thomas Lawhorn, 44,000. You got
Florence,
Joseph
South
Duggar.
Carolina right there.
There you go. There you go. Joseph Duggar at 39,800. Eric Dozier, 33,042. See any of your rookie sensations, your CAM school folks on this one, by the way?
We have some. I know Lorenzo was in a class recently. I believe we saw, see, who else we have? Luis, I think, was in a class recently. I'm sure there's a couple other. I think on that rookie one, I have
No,
more.
the rookie one for sure.
Yeah.
So my thing is continue to sell mosquito. With the amount of rain and the heat that we're having, mosquito starts a little early, and it would be great to get fast traction, but we're continuing to get more and more traction each month. That enhanced exterior spray, along with selling the mosquito, I think has really been helping some people get in the door into places that we normally wouldn't get a mosquito sale. So continue to work through that. Our next campaign's coming up starting in July. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah,
I'm going to pretend it didn't happen.
The lights flash. Matt doesn't like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, Matt, you want to throw up the next one? All right. So now we've got the rookie sensations, and before we get to the perfect mile winners, I like to be able to just celebrate some of these unbelievable rookies that have just started in January. You've got Colin at the top here, year to date at 77,400. You take a look at Cross, 43,000 in May, catapulted him to second at 74,700. You take a look at Devin, and we talked about Devin last month. I know you weren't here. Devin and Jeffrey, both from Phoenix, just super fast out the gate. And now look at the consistency they're having. Just an unbelievable job there. I would say the same thing with Trinity out of Grand Junction. Look at that, 25,000. First month out, 39,000. Who else do you see on here that you recognize?
Well, really cool. We have two young ladies who were in our class that are either on the way home or on the way to the airport right now, in Heather and Lindsay. They just both started in February, and they list already over $35,000, $40,000 already.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
that
good.
is awesome.
So good.
Jeremy was at the class in San Antonio, right, from St. Paul.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yep. He's 15,000 his first month and 28,000 his second. So that's pretty cool.
Carl Rowland from Little Rock, I believe it is. Had a couple good months too. He was in our class recently.
Absolutely.
I think he's coming from South Central.
Absolutely. So, the reality is these camp classes I think are great. I have to give my hats off again to our veterans who help these new rookies along. Who's kidding who? If we're splitting some sales with them, they still get half the they get half the pay and half the credit. So thank you, sales supervisors, and also just our veteran salespeople, like we talked last month with Mr. Wetzel. That's just a great thing to see that camaraderie and that help, and it really pays off. So thank you guys so much for what you do there. Well, with that, why don't we had 11 people hit the perfect mile last month.
That's not easy to do.
No.
I was an account manager. 100,000 a month is not simple to do.
Well, wait till you see some of these numbers. Go ahead, Matt, and run the perfect mile. So once again, Barry, just outstanding, right?
Absolutely amazing.
Mr. Wahlberg, he was in St. Paul.
Yeah.
This year he's in Chicago.
Yeah.
And now look, 176,000.
You know, that's a name I hear in almost every CAM class. I hear Bruce's name from someone in nearly every class.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's all good.
It is all good.
Good.
I'm sure it
good.
is.
So we also have Marcus Robinson from the Northeast Division, which is awesome.
Harrisburg, PA, I believe.
Correct. Harrisburg, just the Mecca.
Mecca of pest control.
Right, exactly. And then Mr. Civittoni, number 3. So out of all the different divisions, we had 5 from Commercial East.
Okay.
We had 3 from the commercial, from Midwest Commercial.
Okay, yes.
Which, by the way, their 2 region sales managers are 1 and 2, I think. Or at least they were. At least one of them is number 1 in President's Club right now. But just letting the commercial RSMs know that.
Yeah, no competition between those folks.
That's right. We had 2 from Commercial West and 1 from the Northeast. So commercial can be sold everywhere, obviously. Awesome job. I will have your gift cards out to you by this weekend. So there you go.
I don't get gift cards anymore.
You don't?
No.
Neither do I.
That's all right. Nor do I. It's okay.
It happens.
You get to buy them. That's fun. All right. So we have a special guest with us today,
Yes,
don't we?
Yes,
Where'd you find this one at?
This guy is, he's a great kid. I met him in Minneapolis 3 years ago.
Another pest control mecca.
That's right. That's right. They get six months of no snow? I don't know.
Yeah.
So go ahead and introduce yourself, Nick,
A lot of
to
mice.
the people.
I'm Nick Nervick. I'm out of St. Paul Commercial. Have my wonderful Midwest West team that we work with. Like Mr. Palermo said, we met a couple years ago. Just grinding it out in the cold. Try not to be too remorseful about our terrible sports teams, but other than that, we're doing pretty good up there.
Very good. Well, welcome. We're glad you are here for sure.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite, guys.
Yeah, anytime. So tell me a little bit about your journey. How did you get here? Let's start here. Your first year, you come in, how'd you do?
Yeah, so I didn't do the best. I sold 160,000. 2023 when I started. I actually got written up and was put on a plan in May.
You loved that, didn't you?
Oh, it was great. Let's just say I haven't sold $30,000 a month less since. But
So
yeah,
the accountability might have helped.
a little bit.
Okay.
You know, what doesn't break you makes you in some cases, right?
That's right. What about your second year?
2024 ended up selling 500,000. It was a very good year.
Yeah.
Lots of moving parts. This is when, correct me if I'm wrong, this is when the commercial division became a thing, like in full effect, and then the amount of infrastructure that was put in place really helped us all thrive. And yeah.
Perfect. And then, you know, we made another small increase in year 3.
A little bit.
Just how much of an increase did we get? What did we get to?
I doubled that. We got
Okay.
1,050,000.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed.
Had a few team sales come along the way. We had the LSG Sky Chefs. It was one of the first locations that signed up. My service manager, Tyler, and we were sitting there, and just say that boardroom was a little intense when they wanted to get some stuff going. So we ended up getting that situated, but it ended up leading to a very large national account that was in the works. But them seeing the work that we put into the account really helped get that deal organized, on top of the national account negotiations, obviously. But
Obviously, yeah. And then, how did you get to Orkin? What were you doing before you came here?
yeah, so I was in Canada, actually, from 2013 to 2020.
Okay.
I ran a magazine. It went out to every restaurant in the country, and COVID kind of shut everything down.
Okay.
I have a bunch of family in Minnesota, so I'm like, we're hopping on our Facebook Messenger calls, just all talking because we can't see each other.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? Let's go to Minnesota. Let's see what's happening. 'Cause
Hey,
all
might as
my
well go
friends.
south.
Oh yeah, I grew up here. Well, no, it's actually technically north, but no. So yeah, we went up there. Was able to see all my friends that I grew up with, and then I just realized, you know what? I just want to stay here, have some fun, and Minnesota's done me very well.
That's
Very
right.
good.
That's right.
Glad to hear it.
So I know that you worked with Amani, and
Oh,
I
yes.
know that Amani probably taught you everything you know.
Shout out to the GOAT.
Yeah, there you go. So, but you know, Amani's a big proponent of hunting and
Yep.
doing a bunch of different things. So, can you talk to me about, you know, how much time each day do you spend hunting?
So honestly, you know what, Mr. Palermo, no matter what's going on, I usually try and spend about 3 to 4 hours a day just getting out there and prospecting. Because, as you know, there's going to be people that tell you yes, and there's going to be people that tell you no. I get yeses and nos equally, more or less, but you need to keep filling that pipeline so you can get more yeses and eventually help keeping, like I said, that pipeline full so that you can keep excelling, keep that new business rolling.
And so along with hunting, how much time what else do you do out there? You know, I know that, like I said, Amani is really good at teaching about, you know, your concerns list, things like that. How engaged are you with the current customer base as well?
Yep, 100%. So every single quarter, I would say, I would send out a mass email to my, say, prospects that are in my zip code, because we have the email list that you can break down based on your territories. Now, it's not necessarily a generic email, it's more so talking about the various bugs, rodents, anything like that that's coming up based on the season. But on top of that, we like dealing with our customer concern list, because when the Orkin Pro gets that call from a customer saying, hey, I'm seeing wasps, and then the Orkin Pro, if they don't call you, they see that, then you call them and be like, hey, there's an opportunity here to work together. Can I just go out there and sell it and we'll split it? And you never truly know what's gonna happen with that, because it grows that partnership, because they're making money, you're making money, then you never know while you're doing that. If you even help them on the start, then be like, hey, I got this customer that's like really struggling with mice. Can you come with me and help out? Maybe grab some stations. And then it really helps build that rapport. So that this way, when you're trying to work on harder accounts, such as national accounts, they get you in the door.
Gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha. So I know you had this year some early success. I want to talk about Zoom Info, because I know that you've had some early success this year. But before we talk about that, like, you guys used Zoom Info before, though, didn't you?
Correct. So we used Zoom Info in 2023 when I first started, and I was about 3 months in. And my branch manager, Andy Stockinger, can talk about this, but literally in the interview, I go, I'm going to sell US Bank Stadium, which is where the Minnesota Vikings play. So one thing led to another. He's like, haha, yeah, no chance. Well, the Zoom Info thing came out, and they came up. They were doing pest control research. They were looking for stuff. And I just picked up the phone, called him up. We got an inspection. He's like, you did what? I was like, you want to go there? He's like, yes. Because him, like myself, Viking fan. So we had the opportunity to inspect it. Unfortunately, we didn't win the bid because of outside circumstances. But yeah, we were walking by, and they did the whole tour with us, and we were standing at the center of the field, and we were just looking at each other awkwardly.
Pictures at least while you're out?
Well, yeah, I took out my phone, started taking pictures, and one of the guys was like, no, you can't do that, you can't do that. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, man.
You know that's rules.
I should have asked.
I set him up for that one.
But no, it was awesome, because we were standing at center field, like middle of the field, didn't know what was going on. It was like an awkward silence, and they both look at us, they're like, you guys want to go check out the locker room? And then so we all were like, Andy and I look at each other, we're like, yes. So then we walked in there, checked out the locker room, and not a word was said when we were in there. It was just very, very nice. Very good time.
Well, you would think that if you're doing an inspection, you want to inspect the locker room.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's such a weird thing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem weird.
It doesn't out to me, but
Yeah.
Canine dog would be good in there too.
yeah,
probably.
I guess. So when you're hunting, are you one of those people that say I'm better on the phone or better face to face? Does it matter to you?
Honestly, I try and do both.
Okay.
I'm good at both.
Right.
Sometimes it's nice to talk to people on the phone, but other times when you're looking at them in the face, you can see their body language. It can be like, yeah, okay. But then they look at you and you're like, hey man, I just want to look around. They're like, all right, you're cool. That's fine.
All right.
Do your thing.
Fair enough. So talk to me then, once we got the intent and the I wanted to say collab there, when the Zoom intent and the co-pilot,
Yep.
how did that change? And tell me about any successes that you've had with
Yeah,
that.
so just one location or one business, let's call it. It's the MVTA, which is the Minnesota Valley Transit Authority. It's in southern Minnesota, or southern Twin Cities area. I was trying to get a hold of this guy for about 3 years, just wouldn't return the phone call, and just got his phone number because I saw the intent, and then he answered the phone literally right there, and he's like, yeah, come by. And we're still in works of things, but we're getting there. But that's 36 locations just from somebody looking up pest control online.
So he looked it up. You must have had his wrong number, so I mean, he wouldn't call you back. You
Yeah,
weren't
you know
calling
what?
the wrong number. So one thing I hear in the field, and maybe you can help me, that some of the Zoom info is maybe not good. What's your experience with it?
I mean, when it's intent, it is good information, but maybe when you're looking up a contact that necessarily when you pull up the account and they have 50 contacts and you call the 49th on the bottom, that could be wrong because you never know what happened or when somebody left the business or whatever, right?
Yep.
So that is maybe something that could be interesting, but in most cases for me, when I look this up, I get the right person, facility manager, facility director, operations manager, you name it, the proper person to get a hold of, it's usually the right person.
Okay, cool. So are you uploading prospects from Zoom info into your CRM?
Yep. So more or less about 10 to 30 prospects I'm trying to get on there a day. It's real important to grab that file that you can use, the import template, so that you can get those on there, say get 10 to 30 a day, and then at the end of the week, get that massive dump going on, and you can end up getting, 50 to 150 prospects in just a week. And
that's tough math right there. It's like 10 to 30 times 5. Okay, 100. Okay,
we'll get there.
But more or less. Math wasn't my strong suit. Sorry about that. No, just kidding. But it's really just a tool that you talk about all the time on how much assets were invested in this, how much money you guys have thrown into this. And the thing about tools is, I mean, it's not a Rollins tool, it's ZoomInfo that we're paying money for, and you never truly know when it's going to be gone. So why not take full advantage of this so that you can get a chokehold on your territory and you can upload every single person that's in there, so that this way the CRM can do its job. The marketing department can email, can do whatever they do behind the scenes. Then it leads to somebody potentially calling in, or somebody seeing something about mosquitoes, or whatever campaign we have going on to help build that revenue for you as a salesperson.
I'm glad you're listening. Yeah, $500,000 we've spent in for ZoomInfo this year, and again, just depending on what we decide to do next year, that's a great point. I would load as much information from ZoomInfo into your CRM, keep it yours so that in the future we have it, just in case we don't have it, Barry.
Yeah, the data's important, right? Names, contacts, email addresses, everything like that. If you don't mind me asking, how much time what percentage of the time do you spend with national accounts and team sales versus just your local business?
Yeah, so you could say it'd be anywhere from, 30 to 50%.
Okay.
It could go vary month by month. Like last year, of that $1 million, 700,000 of it was local.
Okay.
30% was national. So I mean, it ebbs and flows.
I think that's a pretty good ratio.
Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take $1 million selling no matter what it is. So, what else has led you to some success? Like, what things are you comfortable with that make you so successful?
Yeah, so really, some of the national accounts and preferred vendor partnerships, they've really showcased and really helped me feel comfortable in going in somewhere when I was a new person. Like I'll say it straight up, first day out cold calling, even having experience in sales, I went up to a door and I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. And that's on me. But I went back to the branch with my tail between my legs. And since then it was just up from there. But then I started utilizing these things like the national accounts and preferred vendor partnership lists, where you have that ease of access, because with the national accounts, they're already on service. You talk to the Orkin Pro, it builds a relationship. You go split a sale, it leads to other things. You can be that local guy in your area for that national account. For example, Lifetime Fitness ended up selling over the last 2 years about $50,000 in exterior power sprays just because of that. Their corporate office is in Minnesota. I've met with the vice president of property management for the whole organization.
Yeah.
And now we have a quote out there for the air remedy for every single store, and we're just, as soon as that comes down, it'll come down. But still, that's something that I got through just stopping in and work with my Orkin Pro.
Got it.
Easy place to get into.
Orkin Pro relationship seems to come up every month. Every single month. It seems that success and Orkin Pro relationship have a pretty strong tie together.
Yeah, 100%.
You want to shout out to any of the Orkin Pros from up there?
Whew. I got Tom Hoffer. I got Adam Scheffler. I got Ty, who's now the service manager because he was that good of an Orkin Pro.
Very good.
Brandon, Devin, the whole team there. I mean, in Minnesota, we're so grateful. And Orkin as a whole, obviously, we're so grateful. But Minnesota especially, just because this is what I've experienced, all of these individuals, they're all about working together, and that just comes down from leadership. I credit my branch manager and previous service manager for getting everybody to come together and working together and calling it a day.
No, I agree, and I've been there too, and you can kind of feel the culture when you go to these branches and see the hard work that the branch manager does to make sure that we have world-class service embedded in our culture, and then that world-class service has a lot to do with offering solutions. A lot of your Orkin pros make sales anyway, right? So working with them, partnering with them helps enhance their lives because they make more money, you make more money, and the branch then grows into a point where you hopefully split it at some point and just keep on going.
Yeah.
So preferred vendors. When you were new at this, what are a couple key things that you can talk to for maybe some of our new, and we've probably already said it, but some of our new account managers, some key things that help make you successful. I know that you were put on a performance plan, and that was maybe a little wake-up call for you, but what did you do on a daily basis that made you successful?
Yeah, so ultimately, cold calling as much as I possibly could. I realized that we had to have 3 appointments a day and minimum 10 cold calls a day. I wasn't as let's say, as comfortable with doing it as I am now, where I realized that 10 cold calls that you'd make a day would not get you 3 appointments. So I ended up having to do 30 cold calls to get 3 appointments. But that led to me being able to perfect my craft, where I would stop in every single business. They'd tell me no, they'd tell me no, 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 no. But you learn from those mistakes that helps you grow to being the person you are now.
Absolutely.
Well, and Barry, they didn't have the pitches that we have
No.
now, right?
No,
they didn't
that
have the prospecting pitch or anything. So sorry about that, man.
It's okay. We got it now.
But I know
We're good.
you're using it now because I've been out in the field with you. And so $1,050,000 last year, Chairman's Club, first time President's Club.
Yep.
Congratulations! Had a chance to see you and your girlfriend there, right?
Correct.
All right. So what's your goal this year?
I'd say it's about, I would like to get more than I got last year.
Okay. That sounds like a
That's-
good plan.
Good plan, but if you're gonna put a number behind it, let's maybe up it another 500K, maybe like 1.5 million.
Okay. So how much have you sold year to date?
I have 441.
You're a little short of 1.5. You're gonna have to kick it up a notch, brother.
Yeah, there's a few things kicking around. I think they'll be good.
All right. Well, we'll
see.
talk after this. I want to go through your pipeline and.
I think that's a good idea. Make sure we get him
gonna
there.
audit my
he came
pipeline?
the whole way here
Yeah.
to see us. We should get him to where he wants to go. which
Hey,
is
we have a
1.5.
torrential downpour out here right now, guys. It might get stuck here. I told Palermo I'm going to sleep on his couch.
That ain't gonna happen.
So, Mike, how would you like to end us today?
I don't know. I think we should have ended it 5 minutes ago. So anyway, a couple things that we want to talk about, and I kid around, but Nick is a hardworking kid, and I really wanted to focus on Zoom Info stuff today. When I look at the Zoom Info and the usage report, there's still a lot of people in here that really haven't levitated or embraced the Zoom Info opportunities that y'all have. And some of the reasons why are, well, I tried to call and that guy's not there anymore, or this email came back unusable. Don't let those little things stop you, is what I would say, because that's how you will fail at it. To win at it is you get as much out of it as you possibly can, keep an open mind, continue to work through it. I'll ask you to put as much in your CRM as you possibly can as far as your prospects, but stay very in tune with the intent and very in tune with opportunities that you think in your territory are big opportunities. For our veterans out there, we want to have top 25 opportunities each and every month. Right? In order for us to maintain the kind of money that we make, we've got to sell some big stuff. Sourcewell, great government opportunities are huge right now, and there are some really, really big things out there that we're working. You can really leverage Sourcewell, E&I, and some of these other large situations by just embedding yourself into Zoom Info, doing some of the research, and it makes the research so much better. So if you put that on the back burner for a little while, I would implore you to resurrect it, all right, into your daily habits, all right? So that's step one. Step two, you heard me talk about we're about 95, 96% year over year in our team sales, right? The way we improve team sales is to stay engaged in our preferred vendor opportunities. And that is good for our veterans, but also our new employees, because the preferred vendors, just like Nick said, have all the scopes in it, all the pricing in it. They already have a relationship with us somewhere in the United States. So when you walk in and say, you know, look, I know you already have pest control, right? My job is to help you, or actually, see, I can mess it up too. My job is to make sure you actually have pest control. As a matter of fact, we have a relationship with your company already. Part of that relationship is I would love to do a free audit for you. That's all you have to do is tweak that pitch a little bit, and it changes it a lot, all right? So use the preferred vendors. I would ask everyone to commit to that. Our national account team sales are starting to gain a little more traction. So if you've put that on the back burner as well, I would ask you to kind of revisit. You know where to find it. Rollins 1, under commercial, and preferred vendor opportunities. You can look at national accounts. They're all there. All right, pick and choose. There's lists, there's everything. So make sure that you get back into that. I talk about this every month. Ed and Victor on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to Ed's channel, great thing to do. Ed takes these and kind of puts them on his channel. But this month, they both talked about the triple cheeseburger, right? So there is content that they're continuing to do with the brands to help them train their account managers, things that we've already heard before, but it's all good stuff, and it's stuff that I would ask you guys to continue. You know, you got your 1440 every day, spend 10 or 15 minutes trying to build your craft, and that's a great place to do it. Our next Commercial Edge broadcast is going to be on the 23rd. It's going to be a little different, Barry, because I know you're not going to be here.
I apologize.
So what I have is one of our newest RSMs, Jason Walk, showing up. So I think I might have to stand over there. I don't know how it's going to feel, but I'll try it. And then he'll have Danielle Coover, who is a multiple-time President's Club, Chairman's Club winner. So
I definitely know that name.
That'll be very cool. Another date to remember coming up very soon, July 1st, our next broadcast for our campaign, which will be Bird and McDonald's. And so McDonald's, I'll give you a little preview. There are 14,000 locations throughout the United States. I think I said this last month. They currently have 10,000 providers, all right? And now they've whittled it down to just, just 4. So 1 of 4 out of 14,000, we have a huge opportunity there. And when I started 10 years ago, I never would have thought that I would talk about McDonald's as an opportunity to make a sale.
Yeah, right.
But understand that you have each one of these franchise owners own anywhere from 7 to 15 to 20 of these.
Yes.
So great opportunity for everyone. Please stay safe out there. You know, as school lets out, we got a lot of kids out on the road. We've got a lot of things going on. Please do not touch your phone while you're driving. Please keep safe. Make sure that all of your stops that you have over the next whatever every day are impactful, but make sure your last stop happens and that you get home safely, all right? I appreciate everything you all are doing. It's so great to see our new account managers at CAM class so prepared. That's the thing that I see differently this year than I've seen in the past. Our branch managers and our veterans are doing a great job prepping our new account managers. When they show up here, they have a great working knowledge, and our whole goal is to take them here to there. And it gives us an opportunity to do that when you guys do a great job preparing them. So thank you all so much for that. I will be in New Jersey and Philadelphia next week. So look forward to seeing you all sometime in the near future in your natural habitat. So have a great day. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next time.